folks. I think we're up and running now. This is episode 797. This is Blind Magic in Alice Springs. I'm your host, Murray Stewart, and I'm with Big Jim. G'day, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good, mate. How are you this morning?
Well, we... I'm not quite sure. The Saint is in a bit of a different mood this morning. I'm in a different mood. The iPad was in a different mood, and then we started the episode, and a little bit of unwanted sound was coming across in the form of my what was it? The
broadcast.
Google box. Yeah. So anyway, it is what it is. We're off and running now. That's the main thing.
Yep.
So, Big Jim, of course, you come from backwards and forwards from Orange Creek Station. Did you cop a bit of rain yesterday?
We did, mate. We got quite a shower down there yesterday around about 4 o'clock, I think 4:30, mate. Yep, the heavens opened and we got some good rain.
Okay, so interestingly, yesterday I was to go down and do a bit of coaching. And it did rain quite heavily here for probably a good 40 minutes. And it was sort of still drizzling on and off. The skies were grey. So I phoned the now head coach of Alice Springs Athletics, who's at CDU there, east side, only a matter of maybe a couple of kilometres away. And she said, I told her, it's not looking good. I don't think we should be doing training this afternoon. And she said, why? What's wrong? It's dry as a bone, she said. Interesting.
Wow.
Interesting. And we have, what would you call it? It's not a mountain range, but we have what would you call our little arrangement here? Our rocky range that passes through the town. What would we call that?
Yeah, the West McDonald's, we're actually...
West McDonald Ranges, yes.
We're actually situated, I believe Alice Springs town is situated in a extinct volcano. The West McDonald Ranges forms one of the rims, and we've got several pretty large hills.
But the point is we have a hill running through town.
Yeah.
A rocky
ranges
running through town, which is very unique, and it would appear that interferes with neutral weather conditions across the town. We do get a variation from time to time. On one side of the ranges it may be raining, on the other side not so, and that certainly was the occasion yesterday. So I think Sharon was rather mystified, to be frank with you. So I'm just sort of hoping that when she arrived at the facility on time, I'm hoping she saw plenty of puddles, because otherwise she'd be thinking, what on earth has he been smoking?
Yeah.
But it most definitely did rain here, that's for sure. And who knows what today will bring. I see Sam Kerr has got herself into a bit of trouble, Big Jim, our wonderful, wonderful soccer player, and what a brilliant soccer player she is. Now, I'm, generally speaking, I'm not interested in the colour of someone's skin at all. Not interested at all. But I am on this occasion because she has been allegedly arrested in Britain. I think this incident happened about 12 months ago, and allegedly during the arrest, at some stage during the engagement with the police officer, she referred to him as a stupid white bastard, and so therefore one of the charges I think that she's been slammed with is racial vilification. And if that was the term used, this is going to be a very, very interesting test of the judicial system, because I've often argued, Big Jim, that racism is racism, no matter who it's directed toward.
That's right, mate. It's very disappointing. It's a very disappointing allegation.
It's very disappointing because she has been the angel of sport heroism here, if I can use that term, in Australia. She's a mighty fine player, a wonderful player. I think she's our captain. But when I say about the colour of her skin, I'm referring to the fact that I'm not sure whether she is white or not. Being vision impaired, I wouldn't have a clue and don't care. And I don't care anyway, per se. But on this occasion, it may play into it, because if she is indeed white, I think you've checked her out for me, Jim, haven't you? And confirmed that...
I'm not quite sure, to tell you the truth, mate. I can't make a firm assessment.
Well, there you go. That adds to our morning. We don't know what colour skin...
I'm not a follower of the soccer, so I'm not quite sure. But
surely you would know Sam Kerr. She's the most famous soccer player in the world. Women's soccer player. If you don't know Sam Kerr, mate, I give it up.
No, look, mate, I've heard the name a fair bit, but I'm not a soccer follower, so I don't actually.
Well, let me fill you in. Sam Kerr is a brilliant soccer player. Mm-hmm. She has been judged the best soccer player in the world on a couple of occasions.
Wow.
And with absolute accuracy, because she is brilliant. And she's been playing in Britain with Chelsea and doing very well on the field, but maybe her off-field performance needs a little bit of a look at by the look of it. But yeah, if what is being alleged is proven, but you stupid white bastard, that's my point. Will that, when it comes to the actual case, will that be proven as a racial slur? And although I'm generally speaking on Sam's side on most things, on this occasion I'm probably going to bail out, because if we turned it around the other way, without doubt, should be done within seconds. So I think racism is racism, Big Jim. That's my point.
I agree, mate. There's no place for it. Racism is racism, mate, and we don't need it at all.
We don't, and so therefore, you stupid white bastard, I think does qualify as racial vilification. That's my view.
Definitely.
That's absolutely my view.
Yep.
I mean, let's just hope, I guess, that she didn't utter those words and that the allegations are not proven. But who knows? Who knows? But as things stand, on face value, it's not looking good. And as I state, and as I say very, very clearly, in the letter of to the letter of the law, yes, that is racism in my view, plain and simple.
Yep, and I stand in agreement there, mate. If that has been said, that is a racist remark.
So let me come back to the colour of her skin. The only reason why I think that is in some way important is that if she was white, she could argue that, well, it's one white fella talking to another white fella, so to speak, but I'm not sure. But I'm not sure that matters so much, but I don't know whether she was going to use that as a defence. But you, I think, seem to indicate that she may have Aboriginality in her blood, that she may indeed be Indigenous or of Indigenous origin, but we're not sure. Well, okay, just let me know, as I can't see her, and you've seen her this morning on your little Google search. What colour is her skin, Big Jim?
She is slightly dark.
Okay, so a bit of something going on.
I'm not sure, how good the picture was on Google. So I can't be 100% there really, but yeah.
All right, okay.
Skin colour was slightly dark.
Okay, so let's go with the fact that she may be maybe have some Indigenous origins. I think she's from East Fremantle, so who knows? Who knows? But what we are, and what I'm going to go with, is that regardless of the colour of her skin, which is neither here nor there to me, the slur that she has used, if she indeed did use it, in my view, totally qualifies for the charge of which she has been accused of. But that case, therefore, will be an interesting test of the judicial system, because I've got no doubt that had she used another term to describe someone, in other words, I think you know where I'm going with this, Big Jim.
Yeah.
That she definitely would have been had, and it'd have been open and shut case. So let's see if slurring someone on the basis of their whiteness, if I can say that, let's see if that qualifies as being racially vilified. And I say yes every day of the week.
Yep, I think it's going to have to, mate. I don't think it matters whether it's white or black skin. If someone's being vilified due to their skin colour, that's racism, mate.
Well, I think it's going to have to, because I can tell you that in Alice Springs, for example, on many occasions I have heard some rather derogatory terms used against us white fellas by Indigenous folk, and we have never really arced up about it. But it's just this will be an interesting test. That is my point, Big Jim. That is my point, open and shut. So let's just see how the generally left-wing judicial system, let's see how they regard this. And if it's not regarded as racial vilification, if it is thrown out, that will open up Pandora's box, Big Jim.
Certainly, I believe that is this happening in the UK, Murray?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe that will open up Pandora's box in the UK.
Well, I think right around the world.
Yeah.
Around the world.
They've had a lot of racial problems and tensions in the UK of recent times, I believe.
Yeah, so let's just see where this goes, folks. I think this will be worth observing for all of us, as to see whether we as white fellas, and I say we because the collective we, because I'm certainly a white fella, whether we're open season or whether in fact the law does apply to us if and when we are vilified in such a manner. All right, folks, this has been episode 797, a Blind Magic Communications production.